Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to some more Flight Sim World. First of all, I'm going to adjust something. I think it's not that one. I'm going to take that down. Right. Okay, so there's... Oh, hello. Oh, pretty. Look. Exclamation points. Go with that guy again. I like that guy. Weather conditions. Whatever. Let's see here. Lots of really cool little places. You know what? I'm just gonna... L3. I've never been there. Let's go that way. I've not been there before. This should be good. Right. Confirm and start. Now, today they released a very sneaky little update. So we are now on version, ready for this, 1.0.16555, and they're calling this a quality of life update. And it's supposed to address the following things: the brightness issues on runways, improved lighting on autogen buildings and AI aircraft, improved lighting on the horizon, transition fixes for UI, mostly for German and French people. I didn't know they'd count. Sorry. Music, you know, if you go into the settings now, the music slider has a tick box just so you can turn it off entirely. Coding a lesson now returns you to the lesson screen. Disable the state option implemented in a recent drop-down in key assignment panel. Okay. Livery of aircraft in one of the missions has been changed to reflect UI. Heavily revised the audio for two of the aircraft, the PA-34 and the PA-46, and momentum effects applied to all aircraft default cockpit views, which is interesting because I actually was looking at one of the aircraft config files last night and noticed that option in there. This morning I cleaned my computer, so I am okay. So everything got swapped around. Joysticks got unplugged and plugged in again, so I don't know if everything is where it should be. Where am I headed? Elstree? Somewhere like that. Right, let's just go, shall we? Oi. And away we go! Yeehaw! So, I am actually recording this on, I switched out my drive. I'm going to start recording this on my SSD, because I've actually been using a standard drive for recording for the longest time, and it's just been habit to throw it into the external drive bay. And then the other day when I was watching a playback, I was noticing the playback was a little on the jerky side, which would be due to, you know, writing cache onto the standard old platter drive. That, and I had the recording quality set a bit funky on my recording software. So let's make our turn. Oops. I'm still playing this on my computer in balanced mode. I just want to see how far I can push this with balanced mode. As they perform updates and whatnot, I do expect that I'm going to have to adjust that particular aspect of this and crank it up to performance mode. But again, like I said, This is running in balanced mode. And the fan sounds pretty good, to be honest. The fan hasn't really kicked up much. Ooh. I think it's over in this direction. Right. One thing about the changes, I think, it's a very, very small update. It was like 48 meg. So I think what they've done is just to placate a lot of the people complaining. Come on, trim! Damn you! They've made some adjustments to the config files just to tidy up the lighting a little bit, because I know they are redeveloping the scenery somewhat. Aha! You know what? Taking down the torque has actually fixed my issue with the aircraft pitching violently to the left. Why are you not trimming? Trim, damn you! You know what? I'll just reduce the throttle a little bit more and see what that does. That was going a little on the quick side. Actually, I'm still listing to the left a lot. So maybe it's torque I need to adjust. Damn the realism. Hello! What was that? Oh, that's nice. Picking up some chop from the wind. I can hear it too. That is gorgeous. Has to be wind because I've got random failures turned off, so you know, I'm not that good. But again, you know what? I've got the scenery turned up and it's running really well. Yeah, you can tell they've adjusted the colors, but they haven't really made any actual changes to the way the scenery is rendering, which is kind of what I suspected. Let's have a look outside again, shall we? I will try and pitch this thing a little bit. I'm really liking the effort that Dovetail are taking to offload as much rendering as they can onto the graphics cards. You know, I don't want to get into the whole built on a 10-year-old platform thing again. We're all very well aware, but it's really nice that Dovetail have taken this and made the effort to bring it up so it's using today's technology much better than it was. You know, our graphics cards today are capable of some incredible stuff. You know, they can render lighting and shadow completely independently of the processor now. I mean, and they can do it a lot quicker than the processor too. And it's fantastic that Dovetail are taking the tired old FSX engine and actually updating it to take advantage of that. It's really nice. I'm glad they're doing it, and I'm really glad that they're taking the time and to work on these aircraft. I mean, these aircraft are just fantastic. The way they look and feel, the amount of detail I've put into them. And the little tweaks they've made to these external cameras to make them move around like this is really cool. It's such a simple thing to do, but it really does change the way the game feels. And I'm going to mention something else too. I was not expecting an update within the first week. Well, it is the first week, isn't it? It was last Thursday that it came out, and we are getting an update today, so it's been a week. Huh. Math. But that's really cool. That's nice, and it's really nice that they're actually listening to the community as well. Well, certain members of the community, anyway. We'll put it that way. So that right there looks like an airport to me, doesn't it? If you have the money and you want to use it right now, there is currently a beta version of SPAD or SPAD.next, which will allow the usage of your Logitech. Is it Logitech now? Your Cytec and Logitech third-party hardware. But I'm not going to purchase it. I'm going to wait and see what Dovetail actually do. I thought that was the airport, but apparently I may be mistaken. Oh, well, I have drifted somewhat. Oopsie. So it should be over there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oh, that was it. Well, let's buzz the airport. Hopefully, at some point in the future, they will fix the these radios down here so they actually read out. Not that I'm worried about it. I mean, you know, if you hold the mouse over the knobs, the tooltip comes up and tells you what's going on. So that's not such a big deal if you have tooltips on. And note that, you know, tooltips are not actually creating. Well, when they pop up, there it is. Are not actually creating huge problems as they did in certain other versions of this engine. So that's our runway. Okay, I guess I should probably think about I don't know, landing. I'm really out of practice with this stuff. it is. Very short, isn't it? That'll do. Right. Give it some flaps. Let's kill the speed a little bit. Ah, yes, and in case you've been living under a rock, Lockheed announced the next update for Prepared. It's now version 4, and it is equally expensive as version 3. I've got to say, version 3 is the last one I'm going to buy. I'm tired of paying a premium amount of money for what are essentially iterative updates. I know this one's actually a big update, but I don't want to encourage that, you know? I don't want to give these people the idea that I am quite happy to fork over that much money every time they perform an update. And honestly, you know, given the budget, somebody said that they have a huge budget and a huge development team. So given that, and the fact that it's taken them how many years? It's only just gone 64-bit. Woohoo! Nothing like a phone call when you're trying to land an aircraft. Fortunately, it was nothing exciting. Right, so some more flaps. Kill the speed a little bit. Oh no, not up! Yeah, that just completely derailed my train of thought, didn't it? Brilliant! Alright, so we will... I can just about see that. Bring this around. You know, I've got these pedals. I very rarely use them when I'm doing turns, and I don't know why I should be. I got to keep that little ball down there under that aircraft, in between those little black bits. Oh no, too far. There's the airport. Oh wow, that was quite a hard turn. Oops. I've been playing through the missions on this. The missions are fun too, actually. I really do enjoy the playing the missions. You know, it's a very gamey aspect. Wow. Yeah, it's a very gamey aspect, but it's a really cool thing to do as well. You know, the challenge of it all and all the rest of that stuff. And Dovetail are at some point going to release the Pro Mission Editor, which and Steam Workshop integration, which means people will be able to create their own missions and upload them to Steam, which I think is really cool. Let's take down the throttle a little more. You know, I play Planet Coaster, and the Steam Workshop for that is just absolutely astonishingly populated with stuff. I can't imagine what people are going to do with the mission editor for this. Well, actually, I can. There's going to be a whoops! That was a twitch. There's going to be quite a few people who are going to be uploading real-world flights, I would imagine. You know, that would be really cool, though, too. I mean, I am going way too fast. Kill the throttle! Yeah, that would be really, really cool, actually, just to go onto the Steam Workshop and say, you know what, I want to do this United flight from Orlando And just do a quick search, and somebody's already created the flight for you. You don't have to go into the whole online flight planning stuff. Stay on the runway. Too much rudder again. For some reason, my brakes don't stay on. There we go. They do there. There. Okay. The rollout was a little messy. I just love that detail on the aircraft. I can't wait for them to finish, update the scenery rendering. That's going to be awesome. Well, that was another quickie. You know what? I should probably get off the runway, but I'm not going to. Nuts to him. He can wait. Ha ha ha! I will see you anon.